Hey guys, it's Eric with Low VA Rates, and today one of my favorite videos we do is when I go out there and demyth some sort of like lie that you've been heard or the industry has created. So we're going to debunk a lot of myths today. Right now I want to talk about the myth that service members deployed overseas can't get a VA loan. Actually, this morning, kid you not, I'm responding to some emails and there's a veteran who says, well, I'm not refinancing with you guys right now because I'm overseas. It's funny that I'm now doing this video. And of course, we had some emails back and forth. But let me tell you where this myth comes from first of all. We actually think the myth stems from a couple places. Number one, for starters, VA loans only apply to homes that you're purchasing in the United States. So you can use it to buy a home that's here in the US, but you cannot use it if the home's located outside of the United States. There are some exceptions to Guam and Puerto Rico, but for the most part, if it's not a US territory or part of the United States, you can't use your VA loan to buy property there. Now, it might seem impossible to buy a home when you're halfway across the world. That's another reason why this myth's kind of come to play, but technology has made this much more possible than it used to be. So let's say you're in the middle of your house hunt, for example, and there's a lot of times where you can often do a 3D walkthrough or take a video tour of a home. You might even communicate with your agent over Zoom or some sort of live streaming software program. Another reason why we think this myth exists is because VA has an occupancy requirement where you have to agree or kind of like consent that you're going to live in the home that you buy as your primary residence, and that normally speaking, though there's some leeway here, you're going to take like residency in the home. You're going to be in the home, generally speaking, within 60 days of closing. Now, VA does give exceptions and make exemptions to that requirement in some situations. For example, let's say if you're single, you might receive an extension of up to 12 months. That way you fill the requirement after you return from deployment. Now, in many cases, you might be married. Your spouse is also allowed to take occupancy of the property and fulfill the requirement of occupancy while you're overseas. Now, how to still get a VA loan if you are overseas? For starters, you may want to look for a lender that allows you to complete an online application, since this is going to make the starting of the process much easier while you're away. After that, one of the first things you're going to want to do is grant someone who you trust, like your spouse or someone else that's close to you, your power of attorney, also referred to as a POA. Now, POAs allow someone to act on your behalf and navigate the mortgage process for you. With the POA, they'll be able to complete your loan application, apply for your certificate of eligibility, and go as far as signing your documents at closing. Now, you may also need to provide them written consent, usually through an email or some sort of a letter, that you also want them to do your VA loan, or you intend to obtain a VA loan while they have the power of attorney in their possession. Finally, before closing, you will need to verify with your lender, and we always throw this plug in there. We hope that lender's us, Low VA Rates. If it's not, best of luck to you. But if it is, you're going to want to reach out to whatever lender you're working with. And there's a form called an Alive and Well Cert that either the lender or you might need to fill out to verify up until the day of closing or right at that time that you're still alive and that you're not MIA. Now, this could require a phone call or some sort of formal letter by a commanding officer or a supervisor. Each lender might cross that bridge a bit differently, but just make sure you're aware there's likely an additional form after the closing and after the use of the POA that's going to need to be signed or filled out before the loan can fund. So buying a home for your family is possible even when you're overseas, when you're deployed. While you're gone, it can give them a sense of stability and provide you with comfort knowing that they're taken care of. If you want to learn more about how we here at Low VA Rates can help you get a VA loan while you're deployed, all you got to do is pick up that phone and call us. We love talking to you. You can text us right through your phone. You can also fill out a form on our website, but we always prefer that phone call. So please call us right now.